Hey everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take Family. So today we're going to work on a fun little project with some new paper I got. But first I wanted to do a quick kind of little, what do we call them? I haven't done one in a while. Haul video. It's been a while, right? Since I shopped and went anywhere. I couldn't think of the word. Yeah, I went to Hobby Lobby on Saturday after my doctor's appointment. So I thought I'd show you the few things I got. I didn't get a ton of stuff. I promised you guys I was not going to go over shopping. I just wanted to get a few things I needed. Got a couple of papers that were on sale, so let's get started and I'll show you what I got. So they have these lovely buttons, you know, that I love to put on my journal covers. So I got those two. And then this came as a set, and they're brooches, but I'll be taking the backs off and putting them on to covers as well. But isn't that cute, the little bumblebee? Look at him. It's adorable, and it's like a purple lavender color. And the crown, of course, same. It's got kind of the opalescent. And then I got some more, finally, I got some more of my green vine. I love this so much, and I've been out, so I was excited about that. I got some more of my green velvet that I love, or velour, whatever it is. Velvet, yeah, velvet trim. And they had this one on sale for $1.12, so I got some purple velvet trim. And then they had this. I looked for my bigger, larger, gosh, my brain's working on slow mode. The crochet like this, but the wide one, they didn't have it anymore. I was so upset, so I'm gonna have to buy it on Amazon, I guess, or somewhere like that. But anyway, I did get this one on sale. It's normally $6. I got it for $1.37. Yay, love those deals. And then all the paper was on sale for 40% off. So were the ribbons, by the way. And so I had like, I don't know, probably at least 4 or 5 of the larger pads in my cart, and then I changed my mind. I was like, okay, you're being ridiculous. You cannot spend all this money on paper, even though they're only, you know, between $4 and $12. But anyway, so I got this one here. I really like the papers in this, and they also have it in the large one, in case you like them. It's kind of a peach neutrally color, a little bit of orange to it. I thought it would make, look at that, I just love it. I think it'll make some pretty envelopes. I actually did one for fun, made an envelope out of one of the pieces just to try it out. But I thought, oh, it'll make some cute, you know, because this is cardstock, so I can cut these down and make it into journal cards, or I can use them as little mini belly bands. I could cut them down and make them into page edge strips, you know, to do on the side. Could tear them down. I can make them into tags or into envelopes, or just use them to decorate on front of, you know, other papers. I just really like these. I thought they were pretty. Isn't that nice? Look at that. Like I said, they do have this pad in a 12 by 12. So if you like it, it is the Sun Bleached Floral. Okay, that's the name of this particular Paper Studio pad. Okay. And then this one. I have some candy in my mouth. I'm so sorry. I don't normally do that. I started the video. Oh, I love this one. It looks like watercolor flowers almost. I have hard candy in my mouth, so if I sound like something's clicking, it's because I'm eating those. I'm trying to get rid of them here. I'll have them gone soon. This one's kind of fun. They weren't all my favorites. Like, this one was not one of my favorites. But the ones that I did like, I really liked, you know. So, you know, there's always going to be those in your paper pad that you're not that crazy about. And then sometimes, I love this one. So sometimes I get really surprised when I get a particular design that I don't like, and then I try it and use it with something and end up enjoying it. So you just never know, right? And this one is the Textile Floral, in case you like it. And it is cardstock as well. I really like the ones in here. It also comes in the 12 by 12. That's a fun gray plaid, huh? Isn't that pretty? Would that be considered damask, I think? This is like vines, but it's blue. All of them in here are kind of blue to bluish green. A little bit of orange and peach through that one. This is kind of a sage green, which, as if you've been paying attention, I've fallen in love with green over the course of the last few years. So, and sage green was never one of my favorites, and it's become one of my top picks, which is just bizarre to me because I never liked it. I like this one. And this one has little bluebirds on it. This is like one of my favorites. Isn't that pretty? Love that one. And this one's almost like that, but gray. So a lot of neutral in this kit, or this pad. And it's kind of got ridges on the paper. It's a very sturdy paper. Would make some beautiful envelopes. I love that. More plaid. I have some backgrounds like this on my computer that almost look just like that. Ah, that one is just, ugh. My eyes fell in love. That one. Guess which ones? That one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. We're like, and this one. We're like the ones that made my eyes pop and go, I've got to have that pad. This one's nice too. And there we go, is that one. Okay, now this, and the other thing I got, just so you know, I got some more of, I'm not even pulling it out, my cardstock. Love it. I love this stuff for the back of my cards. It's just perfect to use for your journal cards. It's really fun to gel print on that paper, so I love doing that. I'm just putting my ribbons back up here. So when I got home on Saturday after Cordy went and laid down and took his nap, so I pulled this paper out and it made something from just the first piece. But this is the Amanda, and it's 10 designs, 3 each, so you get 30 sheets on this one. It's a little thinner, but the paper is so gorgeous. It's a pearl cardstock, okay? So this one, look at that. Can you see the pearlescent? It's so pretty, you guys. I fell in absolute love with this kit, or this pad. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And I don't usually buy like coppers and oranges and stuff, but this, oh, really made my eyes happy. Just so pretty. Had to have it. Look at that. It's just like gold. Can you see? Just shimmers. The pearl really sets it off. I wish they did more pads like this because I'd be all over them. Look at this one. It's like a, I don't even know. It's a deep, almost a blue-green. Gorgeous color. Look at that. These will be great for autumn. This pad would be beautiful for autumn, but I don't care. I love it now. So I got it now. There's that. So that's that kit. Or I keep calling it a kit. That's that pad. So what I made, so that's the end of all my goodies. Okay. But what I made when I got home, and I've been wanting to make this with you guys. I don't think I've made one with you. So I made this after I got home the other day because I felt like doing something real quick and having fun with that paper. Okay. So we're going to do this today. So pull out your 12 by 12 pad. That's what you'll need. Or an 8x8, I guess, would work as well if you want to make it smaller. I think I'll make another one out of, which one should I use? So pretty. So I used, with this one, this paper. I'm thinking that I'd like to make it with, if I can find it. Where are you? There it is. No, wait, that's not it. Maybe no, this one. I think I'll use this one. Okay. So I kind of want this to have like on this one I did coffee dye on it real quick. So all I did was pull out my bottle and I just sprayed it. So we're going to do that. It dries pretty quick because I'm not doing a thick layer. I'm not wetting the whole paper. I'm just darkening it so it's not bright white. And I'll pause it for a minute while it dries for you guys. You'll never miss me. Okay, so it's not hardly wet at all, just a little bit moist. It'll dry in the next few minutes, and you can even like run your paper over it, or you need a napkin. Duh, I said paper. Okay. All right, I'm going to pause and I'll be right back after that dries. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to plug this in because my phone will die on me or something. There we go. So it's dry enough. It's not absolutely 100% dry, but it's definitely almost dry. And yes, the water did crinkle the paper slightly. I don't care about that. So no worries. Now, because this paper is kind of all over the place, your design, I don't have to worry about what's top, what's bottom, which is nice for me because I always get all jumbled up. Let me see here. I want to get my pencil. So I'm just going to flip this over, okay? And you're going to see me actually do a little measuring. I may be a little bit off the beam. You know how I am about measuring, but you'll get the gist. So the bottom, okay, this fold up part, let me show you. Okay, this top part, you're going to measure 3 inches, okay, at the top of your paper, and you'll want it to fold over the whole thing 3 inches. The bottom is going to be 4 inches, okay, and then your 2 side sections will just be 3 inches again. But when we fold it sideways, you'll see it'll all be folded, but it's 3 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches. Okay, and I'm going to do it with you right now so you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm sure most of you understand what I'm doing. If you're new, you might be like, what is she talking about? And then, you know, that would be understandable because you're new. Okay, so I'm going to measure from the bottom of my page up 4 inches. Okay, and I'm just going to make a line right there. I'm going to stand up and make sure I'm doing this right. There we go. Okay, so there's my 4-inch mark, and I'm going to kind of make a few of those across so that when I fold it and make sure I'm hitting on all points all the way across. Okay. Because you know how I fold crooked sometimes, so I just want to make sure I don't do that. So that's my 4-inch mark, okay, and then up the top I'm going to do 3 inches, same thing, These lines really won't show at all once you're done. Oops, I keep hitting it over too far. There we go. Come on now. Okay. Super easy. I really like this piece. I had made one a few months ago, but I had not done anything with it. So on this part, again, I'm going to do 3 inches on the sides. Okay. Hopefully I won't confuse myself too much. I just got to remember which one's the side and which one is the top and bottom. Okay. Okay. All right, now this is my bottom, correct? Yes. Okay. I think I just measured it twice. Okay, this is my bottom part. I shouldn't have done the lines here. I should have done them along this side. That was where I screwed up. Okay, but it's okay. I barely screwed up. That's not too bad, right? I mean, it could have been much worse. I'll just erase those real quick. It's all right. Forgive myself. So this is my side. I'll have to do that real quick. Just let me get a couple of them on here so I know at least where my 3 inches are. So 3 inches on the top, 3 inches on the sides, and 4 inches on the bottom. Okay, so here's my 4 inches. And I'm going to just, I probably should flip it this way so I can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to use, oh, you know what I did the other day? Never mind. Watch, this is much easier. And I did this and it worked really well for me. Okay, so I'm going to lay my ruler along the lines. I forgot that's what I did. And it did, that doesn't seem like it's 4 inches on that one. Let me check. Well, I guess it is. Okay. See, that's how I end up going crooked too, because I do that. Anyway, if you sit them right alongside your lines, and then you fold your paper up like this, okay, then you see where your line is. And then you can just lay this down and use your side to navigate to make sure you stay nice and straight. Okay? Made life a little bit easier for me. So that's my bottom, okay? And then the top, I'm going to do the same thing. Grab my ruler, 3 inches. Okay. You, of course, can do it your own way. This is just a really easy way for me to make sure I'm straight. Okay, so there's my top, my bottom. Now we'll do our sides. Okay. Okay. Super easy peasy, right? And now we're ready to cut. Now we get to cut. Let me put my ruler away and grab my scissors here. Okay, so all we're going to do is we're going to be cutting these 4 corners off, okay? And then we're going to use those in, I'm going to use mine. You don't have to use yours. You can use something different if you want. I kind of liked using them on the inside as little pockets and tuck spots. So just going to cut along that line where you folded. I really liked this. I thought it turned out cute, and if you use a good cardstock, it's a strong little piece to go inside your junk journal. It's a little bit bigger. You can't, unless you're doing a wider page on your junk journal. Most of us, I shouldn't say most of us. If you're making a standard size junk journal, that's usually, the 8.5 by 11 page that's, folded in half, it won't necessarily fit on that. But if you're doing a little bit wider journal, it would. But what it will do is fit inside of a pocket. Let me show you what I mean, just so I'm not forgetting to show you. So it will fit like here, see, on the inside of a pocket like that. And it's a great pull-out piece, because once you pull it out, you've got this interaction and all these pockets that you can stuff and tuck spots. So yeah, it's got its little closure. It's kind of cute. I like it a lot. We'll do a flip through on this. I might have already done one. I don't know. I just haven't recorded it yet. It's Monday of this week, so I'm kind of not knowing what I've put out. I know Wednesday what I did, but if I should happen to do a flip through, I'll probably post that right away, which is what I usually do. And I think we've basically finished that journal. Maybe I need to fill a couple more pockets. I don't know. We'll find out when we do the flip through. I like to leave pockets empty, so I just think it's cool to have pockets that are empty for people to use for their own, whatever they want to put in it. Okay. I've given you my spiel on that many times. This is probably the most difficult part for me, is this cutting of these corners, but they always work out okay. Just a little bit off sometimes, and I need to. You want to be careful when you cut. Don't cut too far up into this corner, because you'll tear it. So that is the one thing. And then when you get done doing that, you can come on the other side, and where you see the fold, you can just kind of go ahead and make it a little more even. Okay. Looks pretty good everywhere else, this side's maybe. Now one thing I did notice, I'm going to check it here real quick with this one, because we may need to trim a little bit off of the piece that comes up and meets the top, because otherwise, because on the last one I did, it wasn't closing as well, so I trimmed it a little bit. So where you've got your pieces here and like that, yeah, this piece here needs to come off just slightly. Now what we could do is let's see, how does Tina do that again? She cuts it at an angle so that it kind of swoops down a little bit. We could do that. So the easiest way to manage to make it pretty even doing that is like this. You bring them together without folding anything, of course. You just bring them up to each other like so. Now I can see how uneven I am. Or is that just the fold? Yeah, I'm good. I'm not uneven. So when you hold these together, what you can do, she goes like that. Never mind. Let me do it this way. There we go. So we're going to come in just slightly up to that corner. Okay? Just trimming that off a little bit, because then when you lay it back down and you put it together, see? Now when you go to close it, it'll close. Much easier. Much easier, okay? So we'll do that little, it's just that little curve. Okay. Now, mine's pretty roly-poly here because it's been wet, so let me just... You can also distress the inside, or you could even put book page if you wanted to, you know, whatever you want to do. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab a punch, and I'm going to punch the corners like I did on this one. I like that look. Like I rounded them on the inside, and then on the outside I did that. On the other one I rounded all the corners. It's up to you. Doesn't matter how you do it. I think it's possible. Yeah, I ended up changing my corners a little bit because of how I had to cut a little bit of this off. And so I lost some of the ability to do the fancy corner. So I went ahead and just did a rounded corner. Yeah. Okay. So just on the insides, I'm going to round. And then on the outside ones, I'm going to use the pretty flowery one. Goodness, that was loud. Okay. Aren't these easy? Alright. Okay. So now we get to decorate. We get to put our pockets in and all that good stuff. So this is the fun part. And I haven't decorated this one other than the cover. And I did some, here, what's it called? I always forget. Glossy accents on the top of my little, see? So it says Amazing Grace. And it's just a piece of copy paper with that on it. And yeah, and then I just did a little bit of that. But I think I liked the glossy because of the pearl of the paper. So anyway, but what I was going to say is I haven't decorated these. They're just there, so I might decorate this one. I don't know yet. But this here is a pocket. This is a tuck, a side pocket, tuck, side pocket, and pocket, and side pocket on there. So this little place is here. Okay, so I used all of my pieces to do that, and I think I'll probably, more than likely, let's see, I think I'll probably lay it out the same way I did the other one. So all I did was I used one of the big ones here, and then I took the other one and I cut it in half and made it side pockets. Then I took this one, put it here, and then I took this one and I cut it in half and put it there. And I rounded the little pointy parts down enough that it would fit in here and not cover up these pockets right here, because it would have gone to the edge and covered this up. So that's how I did it. I'll show you here. So one of them I did this on both sides, and then I rounded the back side, because this is going to be a side pocket. Okay, right there. And you could put a pocket there too if you wanted. You could even put pockets here on the outside of here and here if you want it. I mean, you know, it's kind of like anything we do. You can do anything you want and make it as personal as you want. With this one, I'm going to go ahead and cut it down and make it the tuck spots. Just trimming these edges a little bit because they're kind of the folded parts. Okay. So I'm just going to cut little bit off, but it's okay. And then this one, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut it in half. Oops. This one needs trimmed a little bit. Yeah, I fell in love with this paper, you guys. I really did. Out of all the ones I picked, I was like, okay, which one? I made myself pick which one I like the most, you know. And yeah, it was this one. So because I liked how I did that first one, I'm just going to do the same thing with this one. And this part, I literally just, I started whacking it down until it rounded out. And actually, see, till I got that rounded corner that I wanted. And then I just trimmed this little bit like that. There we go. So today is Monday, like I said earlier, of this week. And we are going to meet with our realtor today. We met with her yesterday at that, we looked at another home, and then we went over to, went around this corner as well. We went over to that park where we were at last weekend. I told you about that we had seen the one house that had the beautiful room for a craft room and all that. Well, we looked at the house across the street. It was not for us. It was cute, but it was not for us. And then we went, we decided, because we had picked two other homes. One we found out had gone into contingency. Somebody had made an offer and the owners had accepted. So it's about to be finished on sale. The other one, our realtor, praise God, she is a sister in Christ, and she was very honest with us, and she said, you know, and the other house was going to make her more money, but she said that she had told her husband, and he said, tell those kids that I'm the broker there and I'm not going to let them live. I won't allow them to live there. I guess the other one that we picked, we don't know Casa Grande as well, you know, yet, because we haven't ever lived there. And she said that it's in a bad neighborhood, like where there's a lot of shootings and a lot of drugs. Praise God, you know, she stopped us from, she said, I don't know if you guys want to go over there still, but I'm not supposed to tell you that, but I just needed to tell you that. I didn't want you to look at something and end up liking the house and, you know, then being really unhappy with the neighborhood. So she warned us, praise God. And so we really, really loved that house we looked at last Saturday. And so, yeah, and we're going to go see it one more time today before we go back to her office to fill out the papers to make an offer on it. So, yay! I think, you know, and Lord willing, that's the one. And it's a pretty little place. It is. And it's good for us, you know, it would be really good for us. And I would have a craft room to actually tour with you guys, which would be so very, very cool to show you a real craft room. So yeah, I'm excited. We'll see though. We're not counting our chickens before they're hatched, you know, because you never know. I mean, might not be the one, but we are hoping that it is. Let's put it that way. So I will probably be telling you one way or the other on Monday. All right. So I was just thinking, I'm not sure, but I think I want to try using, because of the color of this paper, I have a Distress Oxide that I haven't used in a long time. Rusty Hinge. Who else has that one? I thought that might look really pretty with this particular color. So we're going to give it a try. Let me see if I can find... I'm pretty sure I have a dauber that had Rusty Hinge on it, but it's been so long now that I've used it. I don't know if I still have that one set apart, or I think I'll just use a new one. How's that? Because this is a totally orangey color. But I think it'll really, yep, look at that. It's pretty around the edges of this. It suits it. So, very cool. See? Pretty, pretty. Hope you like it. I'm not going to do the insides because these are already coffee dyed and they are the pockets and stuff, so I don't have to worry. But we will do the inside of this one. So yeah, so that's the news about so far this week. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm not nervous. I shouldn't say I'm nervous. I actually have a lot of peace because we prayed about it, and we were like, Lord, if it's not the right one, we're picking the wrong one, please show us. But I really felt the other day, I don't know if I told you guys this, I think I might have mentioned it on Monday, but I had told Courtney, I really feel like the Lord is saying to me, I will bless the one you choose, and if it's the wrong one, I will let you know. And her telling us about that other neighborhood, because that house had been on my radar for quite a while since it's been on the market, and her warning us, you know, about that neighborhood and the fact that there's a lot of drugs and a lot of shootings over there, because we don't, like I said, we don't know the town, so we don't know where is safe and where's not anyway. And so her kind of giving us that heads up really, to me, confirmed what I had heard in my heart, that, and actually just the day before, the Lord speaking that, you know, I will let you know if something's wrong. And sure enough, he sure did, you know, through our realtor. She's a nice lady. I'm really blessed that we met her. There we go. So there's that. Those are our pockets. Yay. Here we go. Let's do some on the edge of this. Yeah, I don't use the Rusty Hinge too often, so this is almost, feels like it's practically brand new. It's had its lid on the whole time, you know. Inks stay good for a really long time, because this is 3 years old. It's one of the first colors I ever bought. And look at that. It's still juicy. It's crazy. I had an ink I bought at Joann's one time. When my daughter and I did a smash book together, we each did a smash book. That was the closest thing that I ever came to, like, scrapbooking. But I had bought this ink, and back when I first started junk journaling, I found it in my crafting bin, the little craft supplies that I had. And you know, it was probably, I want to say it was about 7 or 8, maybe 9 years old. It was still wet. After all those years, it still worked. It was very shocking to me. Our 2-year anniversary is coming up, you guys. We've been together, some of us have been together for 2 whole years. Isn't that awesome? It'll be 2 years on June 28th. I know, I started the channel on May 28th, but I don't count it because I only did flip throughs. that first month, I only did flip throughs, and finally got up my nerve to talk on June 28th. So, and do a tutorial. Yep, that was when it all started. Praise God. Okay, here we go. Let's do these edges. Almost there, guys. I know this is a boring part. I'm sorry. But I hope you're giving this a try with me. Let me know in the comments or on Facebook if you made one. Post it on there for us to see. We'd love to see each other's work. I want to encourage everyone who's not a member of our Facebook group to join us at Terrastic Family on Facebook, and the link is in the channel here. And if you do, or if you have and you just haven't commented or you've not posted anything, please, please, please post. We really, we need that algorithm to move for our group to grow, and if you're a part of our family over there, just hit some likes, tell people what you think of their work, post your work. We really, really encourage each other when we get going. It's just when you have few people that are actually commenting or actually posting, it's harder, But if you're a crafter, or if you do any type of art, that's the thing about Terrastic Family Facebook group. It's not just junk journals. It doesn't matter what type of art you do. I want to see it. Even if it's a writing, a poem, even a short story, whatever, I want to see it. We all want to see it. We really do. So just be encouraged. It's a place to share. There we go. So there's our rusty hinge, which completely match. Oh, I didn't do the outside. I'll do that later. Anyway, for right now, we're going to glue. Okay. Let's see which glue is going to work for us today. So I think I'll put this one, how did I do it? Yeah. I think on this one, I'll do the opposite side. So just go ahead. Look at that. The glue's rusty, just like my rusty hinge paper. Okay. We're also going to start doing challenges again. The girls on the live the other day, we all decided, I think we're going to do a monthly challenge. June's almost over, so I haven't posted it yet, but we're going to do monthly challenges of like color. So, like whatever you make, do it in that color. So that's going to be a really easy challenge for everybody. You can make whatever you want. It's totally up to you. And it's just going to be in those colors. Once I get settled in my new home and can afford to do it again, I'm going to probably do like for the winner of that month, for a drawing, for anybody who posts for anyone who posts any kind of challenge piece, I'll put you in a drawing and we will draw for like an Amazon card for $25 or something like that. I think that would probably be really fun. I know Vanessa does that, right, Vanessa, honey, over on your group. So it'd just be something fun to add to our activities together, because we don't really do enough. I've been so focused this last few months on my health and on looking for a home and stuff that I haven't been as focused on the group, and I apologize for that. I try, but these are little tuck spots. And then on the sides, I'm going to do my little, I'm going to do like this, I think. Yeah. There we go. Isn't this easy? It's just a cute little project piece to go into your journal. This could even be a gift on its own. You could put money in it. You could put little trinkets and treasures in the pockets for someone for their birthday. You know what I mean? Gift cards. You could do, yeah, it could be for anything like that. So put a bow on the front and hand it to them like the little booklet that it is, and it's just cute. Bring this down. There we go. Okay. There we go. So there we are, guys. See? Fun stuff, right? Folds right up like this. And then we'll put a closure on. You could do a policy type closure where you put your string around it. Maybe I'll do that with this one. Let me see what colors I have here. I have a brown that would look good, I think, on this. Yeah, actually, I think I'll do that. That would be fun. Let me get my little circles. Let's see. I use 4 of the 1-inch circles, and I usually cut them out of my brown paper, or sometimes out of paper that is, I don't have any left over from this, or I would use it. I was thinking I could punch a piece. Oh, you know what? I think I'll do one of those other pieces, and I'll only need 2. So watch. I'll show you what I mean. I'm about to grab this. Here. I was thinking that I could use one of these other pieces that would be like one of these, or there's another one that's more, or this one that would look cool on the button part of it, or that one too. I think I like this one. So all I'm gonna do is grab my punch and just take from this little corner over here. There. Okay. Fun stuff. And then we'll just, I'm gonna glue this to it. Oh wait, no I'm not. What am I doing? Wait, let me think. My brain's working on half mode. We're gonna do this. Duh. I started to mess it up. Okay. I've got my pokey tool, and all I do with these is I sit them in the center. Can you guys see? Okay. I sit them in the center of one of these squares and kind of try to eyeball where the middle is approximately. And then I kind of push on it to make a little tiny mark, and then I put them together and go like this. Okay? That's how I do mine. It's not perfect, but it's close. Okay. All right. All right. Now, let me grab my sweet little brads here, and I'm going to use these. Let's see. I'm going to use the copper, or the red kind of, or the rose gold color. I think will look nice. I guess they're rose gold. They might be considered copper. I don't know. They'll look good. They'll look good, right? Okay. Get one on there. Now, I don't need to do it with both of them. Oh, shoot. I should have turned my glue on. Dang it. I don't have my glue gun on. Oh, man. And I just dropped something important. Oh, gosh, Dee. Okay, so we'll let that heat for a sec. This side just needs to come down if I can get it. There we go. Now, the way I get them to flatten out, I just do that. So there's the first one. And then this one is the one I will do my string. I'll attach my string. If any of you have seen me do this before, you know I like to open that a little bit, and I'm going to move some of this paper. Yeah. Okay, and then I have no idea. Let's see here. Let me measure. This will give me time to let my glue. So we're going to go around, and then wrap. I'm going to do it about It'll probably be too much, but it's okay. Now normally I would probably darken the white on this string, but because the paper is white and coppery colored, I think the white will look fine. It'll look pretty, so I'm not going to do that this time. But what I do is I take my baker's yarn or thread or whatever, and I start a knot, okay? And this is just how I find it easier to do. And then I just I kind of loop it over, tie it off, and then I smush this down. And this piece, these both will get glued to my paper with the hot glue, okay? And then I cut this part down. But now it's nice and stuck on there, and then when the hot glue goes on there, it's really stuck. Okay, so that's how I do it. I find that easy, personally. I'm gonna go ahead and do the edges with the rusty hinge, because they're super white. Okay. I love to kind of cover my circles and match them up. I think that's fun. And this will look good against here because it's different, but it is the same colors, right? Kind of a paisley. Let's see if this is moving yet. Not quite. It's coming though. It's starting to. Yay! Probably another minute. How about we do a little distressing on the edges here. These are not really my normal go-to colors at all, which most of you who know me are not surprised to hear me say that. But there was just something about it this time with this particular paper, the way they had done the pearl on it, that gave it that sheen and just made it look so pretty to me that I thought, oh, I gotta have it, got to have it. Because you know, orange and stuff is just, it's just not normally my thing, or peachy colors. But and then I bought the peach on the other one too, that smaller what you call it, scrap paper pad. So I don't know what got into me on Saturday, but I was all about the orange and rust and peach and bronzy colors, and yep. I think the more I've done this, and I have said this before, but I say it again because it just keeps becoming more and more pronounced to me, that the longer I have done junk journaling, the more it has broadened my scope where it comes to color and what I like and what I don't like. I mean, I was very limited before, I think. And now I'm, you know, I'm much more open to all colors. And I wasn't before. I just wasn't. I loved blue, I loved pink, I loved black, I loved certain shades of blue, certain, you know, greens were really not on my list for anything other than outside. When I looked outside, I loved the green outdoors, but anything on my stuff other than painting, like when I do landscape scenes, I like green for that purpose. That was it. Now I like green for many more purposes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, for me to grow, to really enjoy this color scheme, just makes sense. It's just one more step in my growth as an artist, I guess. Do any of you feel like, I think I've talked to some of you before that have told me you've kind of noticed that you like colors more now than you used to on certain, you know, aspects. Different tones that you didn't like before. But what are some colors that some of you have decided that you like now that you didn't used to like? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know if I'm just the weird one, or if I'm being joined by good company. Okay, so this one I'm going to put on top. Okay. And it's going to wrap around. So let's see, we're going to get it. Put my, oops, I'm going to put, I'll just put it on here. It's easier. kind of do this one out as far as I can because it's gonna, the string is gonna be coming between them, not, looks about even, right? A little bit, oh, I'm a little bit off, but not bad. Anyway, the string is gonna be going between these, okay, the two, not underneath, so you want to get that on there as good as you can. Okay. And don't burn yourself, Miss Tara. Okay. All right, there we go. That's about even, I believe. Okay, so this one's going to have a policy closure. Did I do this right? I think I totally did not need to do 2 of those, did I? I totally did that wrong. I didn't need that one on there. Why did I put that one on there? Now it's going to be there because it's glued down. Dadgummit. Tara Renee. Yep. I didn't need 2 of them. I don't know what I was thinking. I was being ditzy. Unless I want to do it right here, I guess. I guess it'll be okay. Yeah, we'll leave it. It's fine. I was thinking I was going to do it as a wraparound all the way around it. That's why I shouldn't have done 2. I should have only done 1. You know, you're Tara. She's good for a laugh. Anyway. Okay. So there's our closure. And isn't that cute, though? I think these are so adorable. Okay. So which one should, what time is it? Oh, wow. We're not decorating. This was a whole project in itself. Maybe we'll decorate it together, one of these together the next time. But for now, we're going to end because it's already an hour. Praise God. So there we go. There's your envelope. What do we want to call this? Pockets, and it's a little, almost like a little, oh, what do they call those? Those little classified folders. It's kind of like that. Yeah, we'll call it a pocket folder, I guess. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you give them a try and that you felt inspired. I don't know if anybody's ever done these before. I'm sure they have. I've not seen somebody do it though. So for me, I was just playing with paper. That's how it happens for me sometimes. So I do not take credit as being the first person to ever think this up because I know that I'm not. There's just no way. Anyway, I love you guys. And I hope you have a blessed day. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And please share the videos if you can. That really helps the algorithm to move and gets more people to our channel to become family members. We're almost to 3,000, guys. We're close to 2,800 now. So praise God. We've grown together. Amen. I love you. I will see you guys in the next video. God bless. Bye-bye.